Now I know y'all was waiting for me to review this, but I wanted to get a lot of other shit off my chest before I actually talked about this. Y'all know how I rock. I don't even listen to other people's opinion. I check shit out for myself. And as we have here, album review from J Rock, um, 90059, 959. Basically, it's his area code of where he from, Watts. You dig? And honestly, the only song I ever heard from J Rock was a song with Lil Wayne back in the day off his first album. I forget the name of it. I should have wrote it down, but I didn't. But y'all know the basic song I'm talking about. That shit was dope as fuck. But I never heard the album. You know what I mean? So he is the one that put TDE on the map. He was the first out of the Black Hippie crew that was on the music scene or whatever. For whatever reason, his career didn't quite go the way it was supposed to, and yeah, things happen, but here he is, back years later with, a new album. And I didn't know what to expect. Like I said, I can't say I'm a fan of J Rock. And I've never heard a mixtape or project from him. I heard verses here and there on, Ab-Soul Project, Kendrick Lamar, things like that, but I've never heard a full body of work for him. So I didn't know what to expect. I know he raps gangster rap, I guess, if you want to call it that, you know what I mean? But other than that, yeah, I enjoyed this project. I can't even sit here in front. I know a lot of people didn't, but the difference is between me and them, they actually are fans of his work and they have something to contest about what they liked or didn't like about it. I didn't know what to expect. So a lot of the production was on point, the things he talked about. Some of the flows he used was like, all right, I know that's really not your flow, but at the end of the day, certain songs made sense, certain songs didn't. And let's talk about it. Necessary, the first track, I thought that beat was okay. It was cool, it was hard. His flow and the content was straight. Talked about the streets and anything that he dabbled in here and there in the streets. And I thought that was a good way to open up the track and the album, and going on to Easy Bake. The thing that I did like about this track was SZA part where it's like, it seemed like it's two songs in one, but I guess it could be considered one full track. But SZA part and the last verse that J Rock spit was just dope as fuck. To me, Kendrick Lamar verse, I'm not gonna say it was whack, but it was weak. It wasn't the typical Kendrick Lamar over the top bars and metaphors and uh, thought provoking lyrics that we all used to. So I thought that was like, all right, whatever. That was different. Moving on to Gumbo, very jazzy beat, soulful hook, content, him breaking things down. If you know what gumbo is, you add ingredients to make this wonderful dish. So I thought that was a great track, a title for a song, and the content fitted very well. Moving on to Wanna Ride featuring Isaiah Rashad. The song was dope as hell. Isaiah Rashad is, another artist that I never really got into his music, but his hook on this project and his vocals was very well put together, and I definitely fuck with that record right there, man, no doubt. The Ways featuring Sir, I enjoyed the vibe of the song. I'm gonna leave it at that. It was just a great vibe, a great energy coming off that record, listening to it, and I had no problem with it. Moving on to Telegram, in quotations, going crazy, featuring Lance Skywalker. Basically, it's about a chick, but that song is just basically, Telegram is about a chick, but it's just so dope, man. I gave that song 3 checks all the way. From the production to Lance, his vocals, the things J Rock rapped about. A lot of people should be able to relate with that if you ever been in a relationship, and I thought that was like, wow, that to me, that's a standout track on this album. Moving on to the title track, 959. To me, his voice annoyed the fuck out of me. I don't know how y'all felt about it, but definitely his voice annoyed the fuck out of me. I did not like that song. I listened to 15 seconds of it and just skip. I couldn't do it. If I can't get with something within the max 30 seconds, I'm changing it. I don't like it. I can't fuck with it. Um, I would be forcing myself to listen to it, and then I would be lying if I said I liked it and I thought it was horrible. Moving on to Vice City featuring Black Hippie, the flow that they used on that song was very unique. You definitely have to listen to a lot of these songs more than once because at the first listen, you will be like, I ain't really feeling that. Music is much more than just a beat, lyrics, and a flow. All that shit has to mesh well together in order for it to be a good song. And at first, listening to this, you may be like, you know what I mean? But then the more you listen to it, it definitely picks up. I would say I think I like Kendrick verse, better on this song, but definitely a dope song. And Vice City, I remember my era of video games, PS2, Grand Theft Auto Vice City, so that brought me back some memories and shit. But say that for a later date. Fly on the Wall featuring Busta Rhymes, a very jazziness to the song. I definitely enjoyed the things that he talked about in this song. If you understand what the Fly on the Wall mean, then you understand this song. I think Busta Rhymes added a great part to this song, as far as his verse and the things that he did with this record. I didn't think anything was wrong with it, but I was wondering, Busta Rhymes, like, what the fuck they gonna talk about? So you get that. Excuse me, Money Trees Deuce featuring Lance Skywalker. The beat was just crazy. I love that sample and I love the content. J Rock spoke on some real shit in that record. It's a very empowering record if you really take it for what it's worth. Believe in yourself, don't let nothing stop you. And that's the message that I got from that record, and I fuck with it. Speaking of message, the last song is entitled The Message. And yet again, it's another song I enjoy with a great message within the lyrics, within the content. Production was on point. I had no problem with what he was talking about, and I just thought that this is a side of him that I wish I could have got throughout the whole project. With a couple tracks that I feel could have been left off, but at the end of the day, it still was a cool album. I listened to this shit 3 times. I've been listening to it even when motherfuckers kept asking me to review it. The first time I was like, I didn't listen to it. Then, probably 2 days later, I listened to it. And I've been sitting with it and sitting with it, just want to get my thoughts right. But overall, for me, being a first time listener of a J Rock project, I definitely feel like it's a good project. I feel like to purchase it is because you're a fan of him. But if you like a first time listener, I would definitely just go to iTunes and buy like the 5 tracks that you like the most. You know what I mean? And that's just me being me. But if you want to support, damn it, go support. You feel me? Because I feel like as a collective, it makes sense to have his album, Kendrick, uh, Ab-Soul, so forth and so on. But overall, 8 out of 10. I like 9 out of 11 records, and the production is definitely 8.5 out of 5. The best part about this project was definitely the production, hands down. You know what I mean? But y'all let me know what y'all think. Um, was it worth the wait? Was it worth all the hype and everything that they was doing as far as the release date for this project? I just want y'all to let me know what y'all think. I think it was okay. The strategy was like they just made it seem like it was just about the money instead of the work. You know what I mean? But that's them. It's a business at the end of the day. People want what they worth. You feel me? But y'all let me know how y'all feel, and I'll see y'all on the next one. One.